And we are back just like that here on the Cowboys Report with some breaking news. Rashaan Evans is expected to sign with the Dallas Cowboys to help replace Leighton Vander Esch. This is, of course, still pending a physical, so that part has to be cleared. We will break down the signing. We told you guys we'd do a second video if we got so many comments. Well, the signing happened a little bit quicker than I thought it would, actually. So you were going to get the video no matter what there. But this is why you subscribe. You get free Cowboys videos multiple times per day all throughout the season. And when breaking news happens, we drop everything else we were working on throughout the day to get this video to you guys. Help us get to 167,000 subscribers by subbing for more free Cowboys videos as we break down the signing of Rashaan Evans to the Cowboys. Dallas was very clearly in the market for linebacker help. They brought in total 4 linebackers, who we'll discuss here in a little bit later on in today's show. Evans was the most notable name of that group. Of the available free agent options, I do think he was the best one available for this Cowboys team. It's exactly what we said on the video that was like 2-ish hours ago. Again, it kind of happened all pretty quickly there. Evans, I will make note, was briefly on the Eagles practice squad after he spent last year with the Atlanta Falcons. This is a player we have discussed before on the show, a player we have mentioned pretty much any time we were looking at available linebacker depth. And in the free agency stage, I thought there were better options. In the end, he brought back Vander Esch, which was fine until he hurt his neck, unfortunately. We talked about him when DeMarvion Overshown got cut. Now we're talking about him as the newest member of the Cowboys organization, with pen to paper in theory happening later on today. He is in Dallas for the workout, the visit, etc. Evans' tackle numbers have been very good, and that, as I will harp on this until the day I die. Can't just judge tackle numbers only as a metric of how good a player is. That is important to consider. You have to consider that and go, okay, why are the tackle numbers high? Is he around the football in the run game? Is he getting beat in coverage? All of those things matter. I have coverage concerns with Rashaan Evans. The run stopping, I actually don't think is a liability at all. I think that matters when you're in mid-October and you're trying to kind of piecemeal together the back end of your linebacking core when you've had some pretty big injuries and losses. You've lost 3 guys who are probably going to be on your roster to begin the year. It's a lot at one position. So grade the Rashaan Evans signing, the former first-round pick. A, B, C, D, or F. It's going to be today's pinned comment, so if that ad comes here on YouTube, take advantage of it. Head down there and let me know. I suppose I'll give this a B. I don't think there are really a lot of bad October signings. I also don't want to act like this is the greatest signing since sliced bread. I don't love Rashaan Evans. I don't hate him either. It's solid. Well, that's what a B is for. It's good, right? It is mid-October. We have to be honest with the available pieces to add in the free agency market or the trade market or whatever. Maybe a Jordan Hicks trade would have been better, but you can keep your assets, and maybe you should keep your assets since you're kind of trending towards being the same team you've been for the last 28 years. You're a playoff team, but you're just not quite good enough to get over the hump for a variety of reasons across the board. Beggars cannot be choosers. And when you are trying to find a linebacker in October, you're begging. I said it before. The last 2 times I talked about him during our Vander Esch replacements and earlier this morning. He is the best free agent option available. I do think he is a better player than Anthony Barr. I'm also not going to sit up here and say, the defense is fixed. We're good to go. This is awesome. We're going to be thriving now. No, we have to be honest with the expectations here. Expectations are to be a fine player, not to be an earth-shattering impact guy. Make some tackles. Fill your run fits properly, and that'll be a good signing in the end. More on this, of course, still to come, but today's show is made possible by Prize Picks. They are the largest independently owned daily fantasy sports platform in North America. They are also the easiest and most exciting way to play DFS. It is you against the numbers. You're not battling other players, the pros and the sharks, etc. You just pick more than or less than on 2 to 6 player stat projections, and you watch the winnings roll in. You can make your picks, submit an entry in less than 60 seconds. My non-Cowboys picks this week. I'm going to think longer about my Cowboys ones that we'll do for Monday Night Football. Trevor Lawrence, more than passing yards. Kenneth Walker, just the 1 touchdown. I always like the anytime touchdowns. Those are always fun picks to make on Prize Picks. And Cooper Kupp is going to be peppered with targets, so give me the more than on his passing yards. And in case you get some of your selections wrong, that's okay. Prize Picks is offering a first deposit match up to $100 when you go to prizepicks.com/CLNS and use code CLNS. That link will be in the comment section and the description of today's show. But again, it is prizepicks.com/CLNS and use code CLNS for that first deposit match up to $100. The thing I do tend to worry about with Rashaan Evans is, can he hold up in coverage? Now, if you're doing your defense right, you're not asking him to guard George Kittle and play a ton of man-to-man, although the Cowboys have liked man-to-man coverage, and don't get it matched up on Austin Eckler in the flat. That's not going to go well. His numbers last year for Atlanta, all from Pro Football Reference. All the stats you've seen are from Pro Football Reference, by the way. 77.6% completion rate, 480 yards, 2 touchdowns, 4 pass breakups. That's kind of not great. The good news is for Dallas, I don't think you're going to have to ask Rashaan Evans to do a bunch of coverage stuff. You know, Damone Clark is going to have to be counted on to be this team's #1 linebacker. And when you go to those dime packages on 3rd and 7, I would think you would play Marquise Bell first and foremost over Evans. Plus, of course, Evans is going to need some time to learn the defense. We'll see if he's active for this week. A decent chance of that happening. I also think you'll see Malik Jefferson be a game day call-up from that perspective. We'll see. Evans is a name. I think it's a solid signing for what you had available. Maybe solid is your one-word reaction to this move. Sound off for me in the comment section. One-word reaction to the addition of Rashaan Evans by the Dallas Cowboys. My one word is serviceable. That's all I'm going to ask Rashaan Evans to be. I am not asking him to be a premier linebacker, to be a 150 tackle player, to be the next Fred Warner or Dre Greenlaw on the team or Roquan Smith. I just need him, when he plays, to not be a big problem. And then let the other talent on this defense take over. I do think he can help in run defense, and that continues to, at times, mostly against better teams, be a real problem for this Cowboys team. I don't expect him to be an upgrade over Leighton Vander Esch. I know that there's still plenty of LVE just haters and deniers and some truthers out there as well. I don't expect him to be an upgrade. I don't think he's going to be better than Damone Clark. I will be, I think, happy if Evans is better than Clark. It might mean some bad things for Damone Clark, but I'll be happy if Evans is an upgrade and is playing great. That's always a good thing to have. I do think he'll be serviceable and maybe even reliable. The missed tackle numbers from Pro Football Reference, really good numbers over the past 3 years in Tennessee and in Atlanta. Hopefully that continues for the Cowboys moving forward. Missed tackles are a killer. Yeah, you had Donovan Wilson miss a lot of tackles last week and Jaron Kearse. And you need your safeties and your linebackers to play better. Hopefully Evans can help that be the case for the Cowboys. One quick note, by the way, the other workouts that have happened here. Now, you're going to have as many as 3 players going to IR, Vander Esch, Kevontae Turpin, and you will have CJ Goodwin go to IR as well. That frees up, in theory, 3 roster spots or 3 practice squad spots, right? So 3 other players were worked out today by the Dallas Cowboys. Brandon Smith is the former Penn State linebacker. What I would do, by the way, and I said this in the draft, he is an off-the-charts athlete. Like this guy is a freak athlete. I don't think he sees the field well. I don't think he has any idea what he's doing. He has to get coached up. So put him at defensive end and make him into a patch. That's what I would do, but teams have not done that so far. Tanner Vallejo is a former Boise State player. The Cowboys love their Boise boys, after all. I think his special teams value there could maybe be a practice squad addition. Jordan Evans kind of falls in the Vallejo category as well. He's a former draft pick by the Bengals, but never has done enough in his NFL career. Vallejo's actually had some starts, I believe, down in Arizona. So keep an eye on some more moves still to come for the Cowboys, even if it is only practice squad adjustments and or promotions to the active roster.